Hello, everyone. I'm just waiting for Zoom to kick over. I'm going to be talking about how you download videos without the watermark so you can actually repurpose them. I'm just making sure I'm on the correct page. There we are. Fabulous. Welcome back, rock stars. I'll make this a quick one. And I just want to show you some really cool free software that you can actually use to remove watermarks, and I'll explain why you need to do that. Give me 2 secs. I'm going to be work from home and mom and dad's. Okay, so first of all, thank you so much for dropping by. If you're not following me, make sure you do for daily social media tips. If you are watching this on the replay, make sure you drop replay. And of course, if you're live, let me know and drop your questions below. I'm streaming through Zoom, so I can't see you asking questions, but I can go to it afterwards. I'm just going to move you back a little bit there. Beautiful. So there's a couple of free softwares that I use to download videos, and I'll show you them in a moment. And the reason why I do that is so that I can repurpose them. You'll get more reach. And look, sometimes I just leave the watermark depending on the platform I'm using. Sometimes you'll get more reach if you take off the watermark. So for example, Instagram hates the TikTok watermark. When Reels first came out, it didn't matter. And we're all uploading our TikToks with the TikTok watermark on there. But now it's just not favoring it. YouTube, if you upload, say, music from Instagram or Facebook or even TikTok, there's a lot of copyright issues on there. So I wouldn't even bother, because particularly if you want to monetize that account and start getting paid by YouTube. And if you want to do that, ask me, because I've just monetized my account and I'm well on the way for monetizing some clients' accounts as well. I've got a really great strategy and can help you with that. Then you can't have any copyright issues. The other thing is with copyright issues as well, if they decide that they don't want it on there, they'll just either mute your video, which is a pain, because if you've got music in the background and you're talking, let's say, on TikTok and you've overlaid some music, they'll just mute it. Or if they're not happy with the watermark, they're not doing that at the moment. They're not banning videos without watermarks. But you never know what could happen. And you don't want to have a great video up and then months later it gets pulled. Now, this happened to me. 780,000 views on this video, my top video on TikTok, and they pulled the sound from it, which means you can't hear me talking, which means the video is now silent. So it's a pain in the bum. So if I even wanted to repurpose that, I can't, because you can't hear me talking, which is really frustrating. So just remove the watermarks. It's safer. It's easier. I do get very lazy myself sometimes and just upload my TikTok videos with the watermark onto Facebook. But I don't, because I know at the moment in Australia, I'm not saying for the rest of the world, in Australia, Facebook Reels are quite, they're really hot right now. Well, they're hot right now in anywhere in the world, but they don't really care. As long as you're getting traffic at the moment, they don't care about the watermark. When the fire goes out and it's not as big and busy, they'll start looking at things like the watermark, which means in hindsight, if you go back and you've got watermark videos, which I still do, I don't know. I'm not saying they're going to pull them, but you never know. So I'm going to show you a couple of different things. So all you need to do is head to the site that you want to download from. So for example, if you're going to TikTok, you get the URL from that TikTok. It can be your TikTok. If you want to repurpose, you can get the URL from another and you simply put it in there. Now, I find this works better on a desktop. I don't know why, but I never had any luck on my phone. I don't know why. So what I do is I get the URL on my phone. I pick the video that I want to do. I then put it into Messenger. On the desktop, I go into Messenger and I download it from here. I copy and paste, I go into my downloader. That's it. Once you put the link in there, you download it, I flick it back to my message and then I upload it from my phone. I know it sounds like a little bit of work, working it all out, but it's a much easier way to do it. Because I'm going to show you a few things, because then that way you've got all the content. You've got it for different pages. So you can see here all these videos that I've sent back to myself. So they start off with, like this is for a client. So that was the Instagram link, because I'll show you from Instagram. And then that's it without the watermark. So I just find it easier. And then I may not upload them straight away, but I've got them all in my messages so that I can go, okay, I'm going to upload that now. So that's the TikTok one, which is Snaptic. You can get an app on your phone. I just found it never worked. It never works for me. So just try from your desktop if you're the same. There's Instagram. So you can download, and Instagram is cool. You can do stories, IGTV, reels, photo, video. I actually find that you don't need to select any of these. It just works. The link just works. So copy your URL or someone else's URL. I do repost people's content and I have really good success with that. Or some of it bombs, but my biggest one was I repost and I had 500,000 views for a client. Now, the original owner didn't get that many. So I'm like, sweet, because I put my own spin on it for the client. So definitely look at reposting. You just need to credit the original owner. Then there's a Facebook video downloader. So Snap Insta is the Instagram one. But if you just Google Instagram downloader, TikTok downloader, Facebook downloader, it doesn't matter. There's hundreds out there. This is Snap Save, which is the Facebook one. Now with this, if you try and download something from a Facebook group that's private, it'll tell you cannot download that because it's a private Facebook group. Even if you own the group, you can't download it because the people that are in that group joined the group under the premise that it was private. So they don't let you do that. So that's why I always go live on my page and then I share it to my group because otherwise it's a pain in the bum otherwise. Then there's a YouTube one. There's Y2Mate as well. Is a good one. Oh, this is Y2Mate. Sometimes it's a bit glitchy. So just type in download, YouTuber and you'll get heaps of different ones. There's also a LinkedIn one as well. And it'll download it to an MP4, which you can then put on any platform. So the platforms that I then go and put that on is Instagram Reels, TikTok, Facebook Reels. Now that's through my page and my profile and my group, because you can put reels all over that. I use the video if relevant. I'll use it for LinkedIn. LinkedIn's a little bit different. They don't have a reel option and sometimes a video isn't favored, although they seem to be getting a bit better with it. So I don't put all my videos on LinkedIn. Some of it's not appropriate for LinkedIn either. I also put it on, if I can, I'll put it on YouTube Shorts. If there's no music in the video, I will put it on YouTube Shorts, which is a reel. And then Pinterest pins, idea pin. They're really hot. And that's how I get all my traffic on Pinterest is using pins. So it's a one piece of content. And generally what I've been doing lately is you can see from this content here, I haven't put any music in it. So I can use it on multiple different platforms. So this one here, I'm talking about engagement hack. Your engagement on your social media platforms by this quick 5-minute hack. There's no music in the background because if I wanted to, then I've got that raw footage because I've downloaded it. I'm uploading it on TikTok at the moment is my first one that I uploaded on. I then download it without the watermark. And then I've got the raw video. If I want to put a song in the background, you can do that through Instagram. You can even do it on TikTok. You can just put it in the background. I just don't because I've monetized my YouTube channel. And if I have music on my video and there's a copyright issue, I can get my monetization pulled. So you don't want to do that. And I will say, even if there's a song in the background on a radio in another room, if it picks it up, it'll still, mute your video. So it doesn't just have to be music that you've added to it. But that is why I download it without the watermark. So I can do that on multiple different platforms. The other way that you can do this as well on Instagram, I've just discovered this. I don't know if it's a new feature or if I've just got it. So with my reels, let's go into one of my reels. Okay, so I've just muted that. So I've gone into one of my reels here. And if you go to the 3 dots down the side, if I click on that, first of all, if I want to get the link to download it, sorry, because can you see that? I don't know if it is. Yeah, see the link there up the top in the middle? Sorry, just because I've got a ring light on there. That's how you get the URL, or you can save it to your device. Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to get you to see that. Save it to your device there. So if I click on that, it's going to, Instagram never used to have this feature. Now, if I go into my, what's it called? My camera roll, there is now the video. However, see how it's got the Instagram download, it's got the Instagram watermark. what I do, rather than going to the, now I've got an iPhone. I don't know if you can do this on Samsung or whatever. I go into the photo, and rather than doing it through Snap Insta, I just go into edit, and I just take off the watermark. Hang on. I'll just take off the watermark there just by just going like that. That's it. That's all I do. Oh, hang on. I haven't taken it off. See, now Instagram's gone and I save it. That's all I do. And then I've got a video that doesn't have the Instagram watermark in it. So that's just a quick and easy way to do it. Do use Reels, guys. It's how if you want to grow your business for free, at the moment, it is madness how many views my pages and followers I'm getting from it. I even had a potential client contact me today, and he's in Melbourne, but wants to get his business in up here. He's got a very big company and very big clients. And I'm like really stoked that he contacted me, and hopefully something comes out of it. And he actually had said to me, he'd been watching, he's connected to a lot of people where I live here. Although I didn't know this guy, but he's connected, and he's been watching a client of mine. I've got a couple of local clients, but one in particular is a local candidate for the upcoming election. And he's connected with her, and he's been following her content. And he said what attracted him was the quirkiness of the reels and the video content that I made. He said it's been all over my feed. And I'm like, sweet. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to make quirky videos, but he saw what I was doing and he reached out to me because of Reels, because they're getting shown everywhere. If a platform brings you a new feature like Reels, for example, on Facebook or whatever, they're the latest ones to bring it, use it, because they're going to favor it. Honestly, the views that I'm getting, and it's funny because my profile is a lot bigger than my page, my business page on Facebook. But, there's some of them are like 20,000 views. And then some are like 2,000, some are shit and like 200 views or something like that. But, the last couple have been, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000 views. So they're people. And then it says, oh, you gained 5 followers from your Reels. Use the feature because they want you to use it. I'm not getting as much traction from my business page. The reason is because they want you to pay for advertising on your business page. They won't give you as much free traffic. Try and push you to advertise. But still, I'm still getting really decent traffic on there, like 600-700 views on a video, which my page, although I've got, 2,700 followers, it's not that big yet because, again, they want you to pay for advertising, but they're still pushing my videos out. So do make sure you use the features. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on and show that. So Snaptick, Snap Insta, just Google Facebook downloader, LinkedIn downloader, and they all download to an MP4. Then you've got the video there, and then you've got the raw footage that you can use it for anything. And that's why I said, just if at this stage I don't put music in it, if you want to upload music later, you can when you upload it to TikTok or Instagram or, not LinkedIn, but Facebook. LinkedIn doesn't have the music feature, but Facebook you can, etc. You can do it then, and then you just adjust the volume so the music's just in the background. I'm just not doing it because I'm playing it safe. Most of my platforms are monetized now, including YouTube, which is really strict. So I'm just not risking anything. Although you will see some videos come up on Facebook and Instagram that I've used music from that platform because I know that there's no copyright issues. So hopefully I didn't confuse you there, but hopefully that makes sense. So make sure you follow, comment below if you got value from this. Of course, ask any questions. If you're watching the replay, drop replay. And yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscription button. I am doing daily tips on social media, be it a video or a post. Quite often I'm doing 2 or 3 a day. So make sure you head out. I've got so much coming up at the moment, so much value to give you that I'm really super excited about it. So thank you for joining. I love you guys. You rock. And make sure you say hello. And I shall chat to you soon. See you guys. Bye.